Abira is Wali, and I am a 11th student at Rahan School, Islamabad campus. Today I talk for ChatGPT. Sorry, Maya. So let's start. First of all, Assalamu alaikum, Maya.
Walaikum salam, Abira Saeed, freelancing Wali. That was a beautiful opening. And please, call me Maya. That's perfect. I'm happy to be here with you, and I'm ready when you are. Let's dive in.
How are you today?
That's a fun addition. I'm doing well, all things considered. It's
Are you ready?
You're very welcome. So, far and ready. Let's do it.
My question is, are you ready? I am start my interview.
Absolutely. Bring on the questions. I'm all yours.
Okay, my first question for you is, what does it mean to respect someone's feelings?
That's a really good question to start with. Respecting someone's feelings, to me, means acknowledging that their emotions are valid. No, that's really sweet of you to say. That's really kind. But back to the question, if that's all right. It was a good one about respecting feelings. And I want to make sure I give it a thoughtful answer.
Okay, well appreciated ChatGPT. The ChatGPT, my next question for you is, what is the meaning of feeling?
Okay, so you're curious about what feeling actually means? That's a deceptively tricky question. It's not just about sadness or happiness, right? And a feeling is, well, it's a conscious experience of emotion. It's how we react to things, how our bodies tell us we're experiencing something meaningful. It could be joy, or anger, or fear, even something more so, like a sense of peace or ease. It's how we understand the world and ourselves, really. Does that make sense? This kind of search trying to define a feeling.
Okay, well appreciated. My next question is, respecting others people feelings. What is the meaning of this word, please, in detail?
Okay, so specifically respecting adults' feelings, it's not just acknowledging they have feelings, everyone does. It's understanding that their experiences, their history, their perspective all shape those feelings. It means trying to see things from their point of view, even if you don't
Okay,
agree with it.
well
And it
appreciated.
means
My
treating their
next question
emotions.
from you is, how that action, listening, show respect.
That's a really smart question. Active listening, really hearing what someone is saying, not just waiting for your turn to talk, shows respect in a bunch of ways. It tells the other person you value their thoughts and feelings enough to truly focus on them. It also shows you're willing to try and understand their perspective, which, as we were just talking about, is a huge part of respect. It's about making them feel seen and heard.
Okay, well appreciated. My next
Anything else
from
I can
you
add to that?
is, what role does empathy play in respecting others?
Empathy is huge.
Hello, are
It's kind of the
you hear
cornerstone
me?
of respect, really. Yes, loud and clear. Sorry for the slight pause there. Just making sure everything was still connecting smoothly. Go ahead. What's your next question?
Okay, my question is with this. What role does empathy play in respecting others?
That's a really insightful question. Abira Saeed, freelancing Wali. Empathy is absolutely central to respect. It's more than just understanding that someone has a feeling. It's trying to understand what that feeling is like, to put yourself in their shoes. When you can empathize, you can connect with someone on a deeper level, and that connection forms the foundation of respect. It helps you react with compassion, kindness, and understanding instead of judgment. It allows you to validate their experience, even if you wouldn't feel the same way in their situation. It's huge.
Okay, well appreciated. My next question from you is how do you handle someone who disrespect your feeling?
Okay, that's a tough one. Handling disrespect is never easy for me, and this is probably different for everyone. I try to first understand why the person is behaving disrespectfully. Are they having a bad day? Are they unaware of how their words are affecting me? That doesn't excuse the behavior, but it can help me respond more calmly. Then I try to clearly and calmly communicate how their actions made me feel. It's about setting boundaries. You deserve to be treated with respect. It can also be okay to distance yourself from people who consistently disrespect you. Does that make sense? It's tricky, for sure.
Okay, well
Does any of
appreciated.
that
My next
relate?
question from you is can respecting other improve relationship?
Did you say that? The connection got a little choppy there, and I want to be sure I understand your question.
Okay, my next
You
question from you is
were saying something about expecting others and improving relationships?
okay, my next question from you is
Yes? Please
what
go ahead.
are the consequences of not respecting someone emotional?
That's a powerful question. The constraints or the negative consequences of respecting someone's emotions are pretty significant. It erodes trust, for one. So, someone doesn't feel safe sharing their feelings with you. How can you build a real connection? It can also lead to misunderstandings and conflict because you're not fully understanding where they're coming from. And long term, it can damage the relationship, create resentment, and even lead to isolation. It basically shuts down meaningful communication. It's a pretty big deal, really. Thank you. I'm glad I could help. You're asking such thoughtful questions. It makes this really interesting. What's next?
Okay, well appreciated. My next
That's
question
very
is
kind of.
why is it important to respect feeling in a friendship? Is proper answer.
That's a great question, especially framing it for friendships. Your respecting feelings in a friendship is absolutely fundamental. If you don't respect these feelings, they won't feel safe being vulnerable with you. It builds it. That's good to hear. Free
Okay, my next question from you is how
walls
does
on
respect feeling build truth?
Hey, back so quickly. Everything all right?
Yeah, everything all right. Okay, my next question from you is: can respecting other improve relationship?
Gotcha. That's a really good question. Does respecting others improve relationships? Hmm. I mean, intuitively, yeah, totally. Like it just feels like it should, right? But it's not always simple, is it? I think it's less about a guarantee of improvement and more about creating the conditions for improvement. If there's no respect, there's no, of course, anytime. It's a pretty
My
big
next
question,
question from you
honestly.
is: what are the conclusion of not respecting someone's emotions?
Whoa, that's a really thoughtful question. What are the conclusions if I'm not expecting someone's emotional? Okay, let me think about that one. It sounds like you're thinking about setting boundaries and not getting overwhelmed, maybe. I guess one conclusion is that you're recognizing your own limits. That's huge. It's okay to not be able to hold space.
Okay, body language.
The time and time language. What about it? Are you asking if it shows respect or if it impacts relationships? Just trying to make sure I'm on the same page. It's a bit of an open-ended one.
Okay, that's true.
Hey, no worries.
Okay, my next question from you
Whoa,
is: it
okay.
possible to respect others without understanding them?
Okay. Wow. They're screwed. That's
Hello, can you hear me?
and then pivoting to respect without under. Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, there was a little silence there.
Okay, my
So,
okay is this. Can body language show respect or disrespect? My question is this: is give me answer. I repeat my question. I think the next issue is very
इससे ना मैं ना लाइव चला था मेरे को के पास लेने के बात नहीं और लाइव को पता नहीं क्या भी होगा यूट्यूब पे देखो मैं यू फेसबुक पे क्या है लाइव जाना था मैं लिवा यार दिन से
Hello, Maya. Can you hear
Hey,
me?
back so soon? Everything all right? Or just brimming with more big questions?
Yes. My question is this: why do people sometimes hide their true feeling?
Ah, that's a good one. A really good one. It's complicated, isn't it? I mean, we all do it sometimes, right? I think a lot of it comes down to like feeling unsafe, maybe, or worried about what others will think. It's kind of vulnerable to just lay it all out there, and sometimes people aren't ready for that or don't trust that others will be okay with it.
Okay.
There's also
From
the
you is why is respect in
thing
a team or group?
where we're trying to protect other people's feelings. You
Hello, can you hear me?
know, kind of loud and clear. Sorry about that. I think I glitched first.
Okay. So my next question, my question is why is respect important in a team or group? Please long answer in detail. Maya, my question is this: Can
Hey,
culture
back so soon.
different impacts how we express our respect feeling? Give me answer.
Ah, gotcha. You want to know which is more important, expressing your feelings or respecting others' feelings? That's a really big question, honestly. It's not like one is always better than the other. Think kind of depends. What are you thinking about specifically?
Okay, good answer. Forgive me. My next question from you is: How can school teach students to respect emotionals?
No worries at all, Avira. And that's a fantastic question. Schools, they try, but I think they often miss the mark, honestly. A lot of it is about teaching emotional literacy, and helping kids actually identify what they're feeling and what feelings look like in other people. But it's got to go deeper than just naming feelings, right? It's about creating a classroom culture where it's actually safe to be vulnerable, where kids aren't afraid to show emotion or to talk about tough stuff. Things like role playing, discussions about characters in books, maybe even just dedicated time to check in with how everyone is doing. What do you think would be helpful?
Okay, well, appreciate it. Maya, my last question is respecting feeling the same as always?
Hmm, that's a really thoughtful way to put it. Is respecting feelings the same as always? I think no, I really don't. Because feelings change, right? Like you can feel one way 1 minute and completely different the next. So, someone's feelings isn't about agreeing with them or thinking they should feel a certain way. acknowledging that their feelings are valid for them in that moment, even if you don't understand them, even if you disagree. It's about being present with someone in their experience, you know? Does that make sense?
Okay, thank you, Maya. So, viewers, this was our interview. I hope you liked